But I thought that sounded pretty good.
It sounded great.
The great thing about Hit AU is we play 2 hours of nothing but Australian music.
Yes.
And I get a different co-host every week, so I don't need to commit. I don't need to lock down.
Yeah, which I like.
Wow. I mean, we're already learning things about you, Sammy. Now, we do it every week at this time, different co-hosts, all Australian music. Obviously, it would only be fair that in the first 10 minutes, I think I should spin your new hit Always. I think that's a good call.
I think so, but, you know, it is your show.
Thank you.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
it would be awkward if we worked
It would be awkward.
2 hours and I never got around to mentioning your single nor played it.
It would be weird, yeah.
You'd be like, what did I just do all that work for? I just feel used. So we'll play it, I promise, Sammy. Right now, the number one trending Australian song is Hilltop Hoods. We'll start the show with it. It's 1955 on Hit AU across Australia. Byron Cooke, my co-host for the whole show, is Samantha Jade. And Sammy, your new album is 9. The new single is Always. And this is the bit where I felt obliged to play it. I mean, I should play it. I've had it on my Spotify all week.
Oh, good.
Tell me about it. It's clearly a love song. I like sort of the 80s keyboard, so the production's fun. It's hard not to have fun listening to the song. It's pop-tastic. It's all of those things. But take us there. Take us into the conception, if you like, of the song.
Well, it's kind of the last song we wrote for the album. And we just kind of thought that the album needed that fun pop throwback 80s, just, you know, girls just want to have fun vibe song.
Yeah.
And when I heard the track, I just, you know, me and the girl who wrote it, Carmen, we just started singing these really like friendly and uplifting and love melodies. And then we just decided to write about, you know, when you're in love, if you're in love with the right person, you keep falling in love with them over and over again. So yeah, it was a really happy song to record.
Yeah, well, let's press play on it right now. This is Always. This is Samantha Jade's new hit, and we are playing it on what show? Seeing you're the co-host, you can at least do something.
On Hit AU.
You're brilliant. We might even keep you every week. I mean, this is just going so well. It is my co-host this week. We play nothing but Australian. We do it at this time every week. We went back to 2008. Sam Sparrow, what a talented artist he is with Black and Gold. And Sammy, it's that time, 2008. Let's wind the clock back. Take us to where you were. It's now, unbelievably, that is 8 years ago. Well, this is pre-X Factor for you, obviously.
Yeah. So it was way before X Factor. I was living in LA. I was not signed at the time because I'd been dropped, and I was kind of trying to find my feet, and I got this call to then go sing at the NBA, which was pretty exciting.
You've really abbreviated that. I mean, that in reality, that last 30 seconds is just months of highs and lows and trauma, and the way you've just breezed over that is beautiful. But so somehow you've ended up, and my son lives in LA, so I'm there about 6 times a year. So I go to Staples Center a lot. I know how massive that place is. Take us there.
I got there and basically they asked me to sing the anthem, and it was the Lakers playing. I think it was the Lakers against the Bulls. I think.
Wow. Okay.
And I got to get a photo with Kobe Bryant, which all my brothers and all my cousins were just so jealous of because they, you know, was so obsessed with him as a player.
Oh my God.
And I sang the anthem, so it was a pretty incredible moment.
That's extraordinary, and I can remember that vividly because my son was born in 2008 in Los Angeles, and I remember bringing Zephyr home, and the Lakers were playing in the NBA Finals. They went all the way that year, and they won that year. So you can say that you were hanging out with Kobe Bryant, who, by the way,
he won that
year, and this is his last year this year.
I know, how fitting.
You love the NBA? Like, are you a bit of a sports chick?
I'm not really a sports chick, I'm not going to lie, I'm not. But I do. I know, sorry.
No, but there's sports fans listening going, what a waste. Why did she get to meet Kobe Bryant? I know.
But my dad is a huge sports fan, and he, like, every time I sing at a game, I take my dad so he can enjoy it.
Nice. Well, that's beautiful.
So it's worth it.
Samantha Jade is my co-host. This is Byron Cooke on Hit AU with the new one from Conrad Sewell. It's from Byron Cooke playing nothing but Aussie music on a Sunday night. My co-host is Samantha Jade. She's got the new hit, Always, out now. And now, you won't believe this, but coming up, there's a guy, really unlikely guy, that would have his own segment on this show. And it's a shame you're not a sports fan.
Oh, no.
Because...
Put my foot in it, haven't I?
Would you believe... Nick Kyrgios, tennis star Nick Kyrgios. We've given him his own weekly segment here on Hit
That is
AU.
very cool.
He's going to join us next. We never know what to expect with him. He's a bit all over the show.
You hear that?
An Australian music show. So, Nick, for example, we have Sammy Jade here, co-host Sammy Jade, one of Australia's finest.
Yeah, look, I'm familiar with Sammy J, and look, I like the work you do. It's good, you're alright, but apart from you and Shannon Knoll, everyone in Australian music is a peasant, bro.
I mean, Sammy, what do you say to that? I mean, it's basically said it's you, Shannon Knoll, and then just Daylight. What's your response to that?
To each their own. No judgment.
I mean, that means you essentially don't rate any other... What about some of the great Australian acts over the years?
Nah, bro, like, I can tell you the only song I ever like is What About Me by Shannon Knoll, bro. Because, like, I'm the late man. When I'm on the court, I'm like, what about me? What about me? I'm breaking rackets. I'm doing my thing, bro, on the court, it's tough for me. But serve it up, bro, come on.
Just quickly, Nick, there is a guy called Elliot Loney, I know, he's out there on the circuit doing impressions of people. Are you aware of him, and do you know how people might get in touch with him? Yeah,
get on his Facebook page, get on his Instagram, get on his Twitter, hit him up and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's What About Me, man.
Yeah, no, we're playing it. Thanks very much. Nick Kyrgios, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little fact that Steve is just a shredding guitarist, and Shannon keeps it. So I personally love that.
He works all the time, and
yeah.
Shannon's really cool and down to earth, and him and Guy are really close. And I honestly think he has a good laugh at it all.
And so, just quickly, Nick Kyrgios, you've obviously heard the Shannon Knoll song. Did it move you as much here on Hit AU as it did the first? Where were you when you first heard Shannon Knoll? What About Me, Nick?
Bro, I was a little kid. I was wearing my Wu-Tang singlet, man. I was sitting on the court, just rapping and stuff. And one of my mates gave me like a CD, and he goes, "Oh, what do you think of this song, bro?" And I was like, "Man, what is this?" And he goes, "It's Shannon Knoll, bro." He's like, "What about me?" And I was like, "Man, what about me? It isn't fair. I've had enough, and I want my share." And I was like, "Bro, that's what I'm doing now. I've had enough, but I'm still making money. I'm getting my share, bro.
Yeah, good on you. It's a bit hip hop, isn't it? I want my share of cash.
That's it, man. I'm making stacks every day. So
yeah, no, I know you are. No, congrats on all your success.
Yeah, no, he knows what he's doing, man.
Nick Kyrgios, ladies and gentlemen, on Hit AU.
Fifi and Dave.
Often, you're like hosting radio shows and stuff.
I think I could. Yeah.
I think you're very good. I think you could too. I was just checking how you felt about it. Great. Sammy is going to play DJ and choose a song from an Australian artist that she's really into. We're going to do that in the next 10 minutes. And I share your feelings on this guy. Wow.
Yes.
He might even hail from the same town as you. We'll give that away at least. And right now it's Sia, Cheap Thrills. Hit AU plays all Australian music at this time. Her single, it is available now. She's been out there busy promoting it and doing lots of shows. She was even in Melbourne today doing a big in-store. It's all happening for you. But Sammy, taking time out from that to co-host tonight, and I said to you before you came in, I want you to just bring in a song and press play on a song from an Australian artist. So who have you chosen?
Yes. Troye Sivan, who I absolutely love. He's also from Perth. It's so interesting, his story, and the kind of how he started with just videos and vlogs on the internet and all that stuff, and then just blowing up and having such a great fan base. It's just amazing to watch, and I'm just so proud that he's from WA too.
It's amazing, isn't it? And it's funny, Sammy, because I think about you, and rightly so, like a lot of artists, you are going to guard certain things about yourself, and I am not saying for a second that you shouldn't do that. I work with a lot of people on radio that keep a lot of things personal, and that's their right. Troye seems to be the complete opposite. He's sort of turned that on his head, because I guess he started out doing videos that anyone could kind of check in on, and he would just share the darkest, deepest things about himself.
No, I know, and I respect that, because like you said, I'm not really that kind of an artist, but I do respect that, and he's used it in such a positive way to show other kids going through things like that to be okay with it and to work through things. So I just think he's such an inspiration. I really, really like him.
Yeah, and we're proud of everything he's doing globally. You'll see him pop up on Ellen's show and everything else is going on for him. So let's play. This is Sammy Jade's choice, Troye Sivan with Youth on Hit AU, playing nothing but Aussie music at this time every week.